Hello and welcome to Center Stage with Angelina and Remi. And this is Season 1, Episode 4. And today's summary topics are, Remi is going to discuss narcissistic personalities, and I am going to do a little play on names. I'm going to show you guys some interesting play on names. So just stay tuned to get more information. And then we're going to do self-care. Remi's going to address self-care. And I am going to talk a little bit about Pompeii. So those are our topics for today's discussion, and we'll see you there. Welcome back to Center Stage with Angelina and Remi. And so, Remi, you were going to discuss some information on narcissistic personalities.
Yes, I was. I used to work in the mental health field, and this is one of the most asked about disorders of all. And oftentimes because someone believes they are married to someone. Mm-hmm. It usually is. Those are the questions that come to me the most. I think I'm married to a narcissist. Mm-hmm. There are several different kinds of narcissism, but and we'll go through those. But the first thing, since I think I mentioned yesterday about how the name came about.
Right. And, the interesting mythical story behind it. Story. Mm-hmm.
And really, that I can't think of a better way to describe the disorder. It is basically, truly, someone that thinks
that just loves themselves.
Yeah, they love themselves. That's. I mean, they are in love with themselves. But there's also, past that, there are different kinds to where ultimately the worst kind is, or the best example of someone who usually suffers all of the characteristics, is a cult leader.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So, as we look back in history at the cult leaders, we start seeing their behaviors and just what they believed about themselves was what drew people to them.
Right.
And they get followers because
they can be appealing.
Well, and that's it. They can be charming, and they also prey on people's vulnerabilities.
Right.
So within almost instantaneously with some of them, they can almost see your vulnerabilities and your weaknesses. And those are the things that they're going to help you fix. And so when you look at cult leaders and then you look at the ones that most of us say, gosh, that guy's got a narcissistic personality, you know, there really is the severe. It's on a spectrum.
Right.
I think maybe, you know, at times, maybe all of us have a moment of it.
Right.
We just wish it would last longer. Because you truly, they truly believe that they are so great. You know. So I think that it's asked about a lot because they're very difficult to live with. I had one time, I'll just mention this one, I did have someone tell me one time that a woman wanted nothing to do with her children because none of them were anything like her.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So it goes to the
There's
extreme.
4 kids.
That's right. That's right. And so then you get into that abuse cycle. So a lot of that is coming. But so if you can hold that in your mind till next visit, we'll go a little further about narcissistic personality disorder.
Very good. All right. Well, I wanted to bring up something that is, I've called it play on names.
Oh.
And I will share the photos with you guys,
Oh, yes.
but until then, I have them on my computer so that you can see them
Yes.
as I describe. You will have a better understanding. Now, this one we all love in the morning, but this name actually is Crispy Bacon. Chris being the first name, middle initial P, last name Bacon. And this actually, it came up on a movie, in the movie credits.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what movie this
I don't know.
was for.
I think I would have remembered it.
I know. Crispy Bacon.
Yeah, there you go.
Crispy
Can't forget that one either.
Bacon.
That's a good thing.
I know.
It sticks with people that love
That's
you
right.
and people that don't.
That's right. And so this next one,
Oh,
Almanac.
believe that.
ALMAKNACK. Almanac.
Yeah.
And
I bet she didn't like her parents much.
I know it. Isn't that something? And then this one is actually quite interesting. And I'm trying to blow this up so I can see
Oh my goodness.
Okay. And this person's name, and he has a quite colorful past, but his name is Bezo Doodoo Zoppity Bop Bop Bop. And that is his legal name. It is truly his name. But I just wanted to read.
I can't even believe it. That is unbelievable.
But it reads, a man with a rather unique name, unique is putting it lightly.
Yeah,
But a man with a rather unique name was arrested by Madison police Thursday because police said he was violating bail conditions from a previous problem with the law.
Oh.
And then it reads on to say that, he was arrested for drug charges and stuff. But, but the name,
I know, that's probably why it's arrested.
yes, it's
hard
just
not to-
unbelievable that someone
Bezo
Doo Zoppity Bop Bop Bop.
You don't even know. There are just no words
I know it.
at this point.
Yeah,
And
he's a young guy.
Yeah, well, he's probably old by now.
Yeah, well, yeah. I don't know when this was released.
Can you imagine how much he got beat up when he was a kid?
Well, I think he probably did that when he was an adult. You have to be
I
a certain
know.
age to be able to legally change your name.
So that's his. He wanted his name to be that.
Well, I don't really think that his parents named him that.
Well,
I think at some point
could be.
he, I don't know that. But, so this next one, imagine having a doctor
I know.
with the name Hurt, Dr. Hurt. And he's a dentist. So, but yeah. So I thought, that was,
That's pretty.
that's
unique.
pretty bad there.
Yeah.
But in his thing here, he made it, he played it to his
Well,
advantage,
that's what I was gonna say. He could, he's smart enough to do that,
Right.
sure.
And then this one is the best one. A wedding announcement with the groom's name is McDonald and the bride's name is Burger. McDonald Burger.
There you go.
So,
Wonderful.
So you never know what's out there. You know, the internet is wonderful. Look at all the things we've learned from the internet.
Well, I got one I'd like to add.
Okay, go ahead.
I was seeing a gastroenterologist, and the nurse that came in wasn't somebody I recognized. And I said, "Oh, has Dr. So-and-so did his nurse leave?" And she said, no. She said, she's not here today. She said, she's out today, so I'm covering for her. And I said, oh, okay. And I said, well, who do you work for? And she said, oh, I work for Dr. Sunshine.
Oh.
I said, honey, that's a place the sun don't shine. She says, we know. We hear that a lot.
I'm sure they get that a lot. Sunshine.
And
for a
gastroenterologist, you know, you get a colonoscopy.
Oh, I know.
I just could not believe.
Oh,
I could not believe.
Yeah,
but you know, I'm sure he played to his advantage too.
That's right. But, and sometimes when things are so odd, you can play. It actually plays into your favor because it's something that is rememberable, and I mean. You know, who's going to forget that their gastro doctor's name is Dr. Sunshine?
That's true.
You know, really.
That's right. That's right. Well, you know.
So.
You don't know what people are thinking.
I know it. I know it. So, Remi, you were going to bring up self-care.
I've been doing a little bit about self-care each day, and I did bring my dog into the picture. I have received some suggestions, but I have to kind of speak to the board at home about which one might be the one. I'm not sure I've gotten it yet, but we'll see. I appreciate everyone who takes the time to send a suggestion in.
Yeah, a lot of good names in that.
Yeah. And what I was going to talk about was a little bit more about dogs, but since my printer wasn't working today, we're not going to do that. We're going to talk about the opportunity to take time out for yourself that doesn't really take a lot of money. Financially, not everyone can go and get an $80 massage, $80 to $100 massage, or whatever.
Right.
You know? And one of the ways that I think helps us the most, because I have found and learned more and more about being outdoors. And one of the best things that anybody that's trying to work self-care into their daily schedule, take 30 minutes, and in many ways this is self-care, but put on your sneakers, and if you've got a bicycle, jump on it. If not, you got two legs, and I bet they haven't worked out in a while, feel like mine. So the best thing you can do is take a 30-minute walk or a bike ride. I say that because not every place has a good biking
place to
system.
be biking.
But if you can just, the one thing I'll also suggest is if you can get it, get to a place that's not around traffic, you really should do that, because you need to have some quiet.
Right.
And of course I see a lot of people with headphones in, but they're trying, a lot of them, to drown out the sound of the traffic, but that's not good either, because if a car comes close to hitting them, which I do know is happening,
they need to be aware of what is going on around them.
But if you can find a place, if you live near a place, or even have to drive there and it's not very far, that is an excellent, totally cheap way to go. So I would say that's a good idea.
I like that. I think I'm going to try to do that.
There you go.
And I need to. Although we'll have a lot of exercise. We'll be introduced to a lot of exercise here coming up.
That's right.